best in life. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
What is your profession?
Good morning, everybody. Get your good mornings in. How are y'all doing? It's good to see you. How's it hanging? Are we ready to do this morning? Holy crap. Everybody knows what day it is. That's right. It's hump day. Can we get another one for the hump day? Hump day. No? No? Anybody? Hump day. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at there. We've got camels. Houston, we have a camel. Enough of that. Cut it. Cut. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Good morning, Penny. What is up, Henny? Good to see you. Mr. David Glenn. Breathe a camel. It's hump day. Breathe a camel. It's hump day. It's going to be hump day. We're going to talk about hump day. That's right. That's right. We're not going to talk about scary movies today because, yeah. Camels and canned applause. Yes. Applause in the can. Because we can. Because it can. Eyes on the road. Who else is driving? I'm driving this morning. We know Daryl's driving this morning. Because he can't tag anybody because he be driving. I be driving. Y'all stay out of my way. Don't ask me to at people and tag motherfuckers and do this and do that because I be driving, damn it. We know, Daryl. We know. Good morning. Good morning. Damn it, Loki, I'm driving. I can't at nobody. Don't be atting me. Ain't nobody got time for that. Holy crap. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. And you know what that means. That means we're going to talk about YouTube talk this morning because holy crap. So I had a buddy call me the other day and we were talking. And this is a YouTube buddy. So we were talking and I was having a coffee because yes, coffee is back. So good. Coffee's back. I'm having a coffee. I'm talking to my buddy. He's like, I got to let you go because I got to swing by the food bank. And I'm like, motherfucker, what are you going to the food bank for? Are you volunteering? Is this a thing that you're doing that, is a new thing? He goes, no, I've been doing this for a while. I said, motherfucker, why are you going to the food bank? Do you need help? He goes, no, I just haven't been able to do this and I haven't been able to do that. And I've been working on content. And I said, motherfucker, if you're going to a food bank, why the hell are you working on content? I don't know what else to do. Loki. I'm working my butt off. I'm doing this. I'm trying to get the channel going. And I'm down and out. Well, you gotta make sure that you can get to your goal of what you want without being homeless and foodless and jobless and all this other shit. You have to be able to take care of your shit if you are going to be successful here. You can't just go, well, you know what? I'll make it with the food bank. Damn, man. Can't do that. And he didn't understand it at first. He was like, well, you did all this stuff when you were in YouTube. I'm like, yeah, but man, I was doing YouTube. I was doing eBay. I was doing video editing for people, which I still do. I still do YouTube. I still do eBay. I've got my own eBay store. By God, man. Get a job. Life is more important than YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. I understand that you want your dream to come true and you want to be able to put all kinds of time into your dream and make it happen. And that's a great goal. But sometimes you got to do other things to get to that goal. You have to do other things to. This guy's got like 20 kids. This guy's got like 20. I found out that I was like, damn, 6. Do you think that he sits around and does YouTube all day? Or do you think he might have something else that he does besides YouTube?
Well, Loki, you have to know and you have to have the forethought and you have to be able to
No, we're not doing that. No, this guy works his butt off. And still finds time to be like, hey guys, this is Brian with another video. I'm sitting in my van outside of soccer practice, watching the kids do this. And you have time to do shit. You have time to do a video. You have time to do, and you've got all this other shit you got to take care of. You have to talk about priorities. But Loki, if you want to be a big YouTuber, no. We're not doing that. You've got to take care of your business. You have to take care of your business. And first part of taking business is taking care of yourself. I understand you have a dream. I understand you have goals. I understand you want it. There's a mission, Loki. There's a mission to get a whole bunch of this, that, and the other. You've got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other shit. You have to take care of yourself first. First and foremost. You can't just run off and do whatever, whenever, just because you want to. There's real life shit you have to take care of. Get a job, work hard, dream big, but be realistic. Thank you. But no one says you can't dream. No one says you can't think about what you're going to do next. No one says that it's a bad thing to do YouTube videos. All I'm saying is, if you are to the point where you are going to a food bank because you do YouTube and you can't do anything else, well, by God, there's something wrong with this picture. But I want to be a big YouTuber, Loki. Well, if you're broke, you ain't going to be a big shit. If you're broke, you can't get your computer repaired. I'll ask the community. That should be a last resort, last thing you ever consider doing. Not something that you're like, oh, I'll ask for help if I have a computer problem. And what's going to happen next? What's going to happen after that? Do you know what I did when I had to ask for help last year? Do you know what I did, or was it the year before that? I don't remember. I think it was this time last year or the year before that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, I had to ask for help with medical bills. Do you know what I did? Immediately following that, I made sure I wasn't going to have to ask for help for medical bills ever again. I made it a mission to go, you know what? I don't ever want to have to do that again. Why? Because, man, it ain't this is not cool. This is, I am in deep shit and I need help. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to live with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. A Dag Outlaw with $4.99 super chat. Late fee, skull, and beat some campers. Can we beat campers on this show? Is that possible? Is that a thing? Beat campers. Huh. I got another one from Makani. He throws out a Shiba Emu. Partner hearts. Thank you, Makani. We're going to send everybody over there after this live stream is done, because that's what we do with the morning crew. Snowed up. Get back on your game. Get back in the morning crew. You're like, Loki, I got so much shit to do. I can't be worried about that. I understand. I get it. You got other shit you got to do. You got work you got to do. You got other jobs you want to do. Loki, I want to be my own boss. We'll get to that in just a minute. Thank you so very much. Makani Draws, this one's just for you, brother. A little wa-ta-ta-ta-ta this morning for you. Can you see Makani Watch going up on some big booby waifu and being like, what ta 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 ta? I can. That's because I know Makani. What's up, Mac? Hail, Mac! What's up? What is up, Keely Chow? Roll Tide, my friend. Roll Tide. A little skull and tuck and roll there for you. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We got some great wrenches here this morning. We've got Joe Powers, River Daughter. We've got Mr. David Glenn in the house. We've got the Mad Doctor, a Dag Outlaw. Good morning, guys. Thank you so very much for doing what you do. I very much appreciate it. Morning, Mark. The seriously fatigued. Is that what it is now? Is it no longer the infinitely regressed? Is it the infinitely fatigued? Huh. Good morning, Mark. You do what you got to do, right? I mean, when did that stop being a thing? Guess what, guys? I hate to break this to you, but the COVID era is over. Everybody's stuck in their house. Everybody's going back out. Everybody's going out and smelling the fresh air, seeing the sunshine. They're not afraid to go outside anymore. The era of the coof is over. I know you want to make it. I know you want to be big. I know you want to succeed in what you do, but there are other things you've got to do to get there. Sometimes you have to build a bridge to get to your goal. And if you have to build a bridge, these are the things you need to do. What is creative enterprise, Loki? Creative enterprise is monetizing and doing things that you got to do to get to your goal. Okay? If you've got merch, that's a source of income. If you've got stuff that you're like, Loki, one of the things that I do, this is what I do. So Eris and I have a eBay store. It is not under Loki or anything. I can't remember what the hell she named it. But I ship shit out all the time. There is a UPS store that is just down the road from me. They pay shipping, so I don't have to worry about that. eBay just takes a cut of what I get. But those little things help out. Like I think last month I made like $800 on eBay. Yes, you can make $800 on eBay. And I'm not talking about, cost versus, this is profit. I'm not talking about like, oh, well, I made $800 and it cost me $500 to get there. No, I'm talking about profit. That's 800 extra bucks. That's your food budget for the month. That is your food budget for the month. There you go. Boom, right there. But you can't count on that. So you got to make it. You got to put stuff up. You got to make deals. You got to hustle. You got to pay back in. But that $800, that's food. Boom, right there. No food bank. Why not? But Loki, I don't have the resources and well, then get them. There's other things you can do. What do you do on eBay, Loki? Well, you see, I buy rare shit. Tired Mark says, morning doc, no Adega blend Red Bull to jumpstart the engine. My doctor told me no more. Dude, I was told no coffee, and I got the all clear to drink this coffee. So just have to cut the caffeine. Just make sure you don't have all the caffeine. Coffee. I'm back to drinking coffee. No sugar either, because they got that zero sugar shit now. Good stuff, tastes good. Doesn't make my mouth go like diet shit does, because it doesn't have NutraSweet in it. There are all kinds of ways to work around your problem. And that's what you've got to do. Now, the eBay stuff. Make good deals. Look at things that are on sale. Look at things you can flip. That's one of the big things. What can I order that I can flip and make money for more than I'm spending? Buy rare stuff. Make good deals with people. Buy lots. One of the things that are really going to help you is lots of shit. Okay? So if someone says, hey, I got an entire box of Xbox games. I went through, each box has a disc in it, blah, 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 whatever. Give me $100 and I'll sell you the whole box. Done deal. Why? Because you're probably going to make anywhere from $10 to $20, sometimes more. You catch something rare, sometimes more. Same with PlayStation, same with PS2. You don't have to stick to video games. You can do board game stuff. You can sell board game stuff. There's a bunch of rare Kickstarter shit out there that you can go through that you can make a ton of money on. Whether you're going to sell it in a bundle, which I do not recommend you do, deal with the fact that you need to separate all this shit and sell it piece by piece. That's where you're going to make the most money. Yeah, it's a headache, but you don't even have to worry about shipping. Why don't you have to worry about shipping? Because the buyer's going to take care of the shipping. They pay for that shit. You just set up, and it's not that difficult. It's not that hard. You just set up, hey, I'm going to use UPS. I'm going to use UPS. I'm going to use FedEx. Honestly, whatever's closest and most convenient to you, even if that's the U.S. Postal Service, which I refuse to use. People are like, well, that's the cheapest, Loki. Why don't you use that? Because I've got to drive 20 minutes instead of 2 minutes down the road. I can either go out on the road, take a left, spend 2 minutes on the road, turn into a parking lot and put it in the door, or I can travel 20 minutes down the road and then stand in line at USPS and have to deal with their bullshit just so I can send out a package. No, thank you. I'm going to send it UPS and they're going to pay for it. So all I have to do is print out my label. Boom, done. You print out your label, slap it on the box, tape it, because for whatever reason, UPS stores like, we charge for taping your boxes now. Okay, well, I got tape. Tape your label on there, take it down there, give it to them. Adios, package. I've got this one customer that's bought, I don't know how many like pieces of board games and shit from me. She bitches. She complains. She's like, this wasn't all in there. And I got to the point where I'm taking pictures of everything. And just so I can be like, hey, I've got the picture right here. Here's what was in the box.
I didn't get that one piece.
Yes, you did, because it's right there. See in the picture? I took a picture, closed the box, put it in there, and she never returns anything, but she bitches every single time I send something out. You're going to have to deal with that. It's just like with YouTube. When someone bitches on your channel,
I can't believe that you didn't like the new Tron Ares movie. If you were a true fan,
suck my true fan. It's right down there. Enjoy. It's got cherry lip balm on it from this morning. Peace. It's the exact same thing. Don't worry about any of that bullshit and just do it and get the job done and sell. Money, money, money. Take care of yourself. Don't be asking other people to take care of you. There's no reason for that. There is absolutely no reason for that.
But Loki, you did it.
Yeah, I did it once because I got caught with my pants down. I had no idea I was going to be dealing with that shit. If I had 6 months, I wouldn't have had to do that. I'd have had the money. I can stop wearing 14 masks. Yes. Take off the masks, brother. Breathe the chin. No masks. God, I saw someone wearing a mask that was driving by themselves in a car the other day. And I was like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, I got to bring me masked up when I get in the car. Because some people, Loki, might have long coof. Ugh. Whatever. Oh my God. You probably got that from getting the shot in your arm too. Dumb sons of bitches. It's shit like that that just grinds my gears. Never wear the masks. In a car by yourself. You're in a car by yourself. There's no reason to be wearing a mask in a car by yourself, especially not in 2025. Loki, I never received that shipment of self-stealing stem bolts. Oh. They're swimming on the Great River right now. Classic. They're on the Great River right now. I swear. Ferengi honor. Notable quotes by Loki. Suck my true fan. Well, shit. Man, you know what? I was like, how does anybody like this movie? How does anybody like this movie the other day? I was like, this movie sucks. This movie sucked. You know, it's one of those movies where you're like, all you had to do was bring back a couple of people. That's all you had to do. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to create this story about this chick and her sister, and it's so gay. And then we get to hear the same shit we heard after Star Wars was, only true fans know what it's really about and really like it. I'm like, suck a cold one, man. I can never understand how did the same people that said you can't, don't stop calling, stop saying true fan when you're talking about Star Wars, you don't know what you're talking about, turn around and use that same terminology on other people. Only true fans understand what the Tron Ares was really about. Whatever. Suck a big fat one. I swear. We're not doing that. Never wore the stupid mask. Never got the shot. I know, dude. Was around several people who had the coup and never caught it. I think I got it twice. But I don't know. It could have been that. I know I felt like crap, but you feel like crap when you get sick and you have the flu. So what's the difference? Honestly, it was such a bunch of bullshit. Speaking of not getting the shot, I know a guy that emailed me when all that was going down that was like, Loki, if I don't get the shot, my parents aren't going to give me my allowance anymore. And I'm like, how the fuck old are you, dude? I am not fucking kidding. How the fuck old are you? And they're like, 52. I'm like, fuck, I wish I was still getting allowance at 52. That might help shit out. Lucky bastard. Well, then get the shot if you want to get your allowance. My God. I won't get my allowance anymore unless I get the shot. I have to prove it to them. They want to go with me and watch it. I'm like, whatever, dude. If you're that hard up for money that you're willing to get the whatever, you won't tell anybody, will you? I'm like, probably not for a while. I'll probably bring it up on YouTube Talk one day. Jill, I only suck up once. Oh, coffee. Yeah, coffee. Give me coffee. More coffee. More coffee. We're ready to watch Radar. Where is it? Right here. Mr. Coffee. Care for some? Yeah, I always have coffee when I watch Radar. I thought I had it, but it ended up being an intestinal infection. It probably would have been better to have the coof. God help me. Why is the Loki ranting this morning? Because people don't want to do shit, man. You know what? Seriously. If you can make thumbnails for people. Make cash. If you can do that, here's the thing. If you can do that, if you're on disability and you can make thumbnails for people that will pay you to make thumbnails, why are you still on disability? Because I want to get both. Look, you want to game in the system and all that shit. We can get back to that later. Aren't you one of the people that are screaming about like illegals on healthcare, and you want to talk about like how you're basically scamming the system? Get a job, man. I got a job. I make thumbnails. Well, then make enough money to take care of yourself or do something else to supplement that. That's the big thing, man. If you're not making money on YouTube, if you're on YouTube and you're not making money off of YouTube, you've got to supplement that money with something else. You have to. Multiple businesses. I have multiple businesses under the umbrella of Stone Loki Enterprises, Inc. That's why I named it Stone Loki Enterprises instead of Valhalla or Mornings of Mischief or any of that shit. Because I knew this isn't going to be the only thing I'm doing. I've got to have multiple projects going at the same time that I'm bringing in revenue, because that's the way it's got to work. I'm going to start a new website called OnlyFat for plus-sized individuals and chubby chasers. Why? What brought this on? Please tell us, Snowdub, what brought this on? How is this gonna this is gonna get them off the food bank and into making money so they can date chubby people? What exactly is going on here? Why would you do this? Let me know. Please, continue. It's not a bad idea. You can make money on websites. I have a website. I probably make a penny off of it a year, but I do have a website. It's because we have a lot of obese people corner the market. Man, you know what? When it comes to this, it's just lazy. Okay? I've seen a lot of people that are like, freedom of speech, man. This is what they need to do, man. I've seen a lot of people back what is going on with the government right now. And then when it comes to like RFK being like, okay, we need to get these dyes out of food. This is where they fucking draw the line. Is RFK going, hey, we need to get the dyes out of the food and people need to eat healthier. And they're like, don't touch my sweets, man. You know what? If you're a 450-pound dude and you're telling somebody not to touch your fucking sugar sweets, there is a problem. There's a problem. You know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see, and this should be like, you know, Loki rants this morning. That's kind of what YouTube talk is, right? I want to see hot people in ads again. There's a reason why I saw like Real American Jeans and I was like, oh yeah. And Baskin Robbins, oh yeah. Why? Because it had a hot ass chick in it. You know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see, and this was, I think Calvin Klein did this. This was an ad that I saw. I don't want to see a girl in a white wife beater and a pair of boxers sitting in a chair with her legs out like a dude, and then the dude standing there in a pair of fucking like Calvin Klein panties and a like crop top with his stomach out like he's pregnant. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I distract you? Did I fuck with your concentration? I don't want to see that. I want to see a hot ass chick in a pair of underwear. I want to see a hot ass chick in a pair of jeans. I want to see a hot ass chick at Baskin Robbins. I don't want to see a dude in panties and a crop top with his stomach out and his hands on it like he's pregnant with the girl in the armchair like, I just did that. I just put that in there. Yeah, okay. And they're both obese. They're both obese. I'm sorry, I don't want to see that. Take better care of yourself. It's a human right to be a badass. No, it's not. No, it's not. You ruined my ad idea. It wasn't me. Calvin Klein already got to it. Calvin Klein already did it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Jesus, Loki, warn us before you give us that mental picture. I will try. Mountains of Elysium. I will try. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. But guess what? Healthy at any weight is fucking over. And I hope it stays over. That was the dumbest shit I'd ever heard. You can be 500 pounds and you're healthy at any weight. I want to tell you something. When I went to the doctor and they were like, your blood sugar like Rocky Road, you must leave. She told me, she was like, this was the beginning of the journey. She said, 300, like you I don't understand how you're walking around and functioning at over 300 sugar in your blood. I don't understand how you're walking around and talking and you're not like dizzy and feel like you're about to pass out. It's because it'd been that way for so long that I was just whatever. But I'm not fat. I mean, I'm a big guy, but I'm not fat. They want me to gain more weight because it's unhealthy how underweight I am for how tall I am. You know, Snow. I'm like a head taller than he is. I'm a tall motherfucker. I should be at like 215, 220. I shouldn't be under 200 pounds. I should weigh more.
Well, Loki, why aren't you eating right?
I am. That's the problem. I don't have carbs to fuel that anymore. I don't have the carbs. I can't just eat a shitload of carbs and be done. I have my own gravitational field. But why should we celebrate being unhealthy? When the shit did that happen? Where it's okay to celebrate being unhealthy? I would give anything to go back 10 years and to go, look, your life here, this is when your life's going to get better. And amazingly enough, it's during Koof. Everybody's lives took a shit. You know what I did? I reevaluated, reformatted, recharged, and hit it head first. This is where your life is going to get better. Take care of yourself while you are in this just pit of fucking whittled down despair and torture, and feel better here. You'll thank me later. I should have fucking known better. I should have done more to take care of myself. And no, that is not my fault. They did bad, Mark. But it was when I went to the optometrist. So I'm going to get my eyes checked. So I've got to wear glasses. And I had to have my eyes lasered, and that's a long story. It's originally why I started wearing the shades all the time. Because light was bouncing off the screen, and the screen was too bright. And I tried turning the screen down. I did all this shit to try and deal with it. And some lady was like, my sugar's been over 400 all month. And I'm like, and she's like, doctor keeps telling me I need to do this and this, but you know what? I can't let go of the sweets. I mean, this bitch is like 350 pounds. I'm not even kidding. I'm not making fun here. I'm not. This is sad. This is a sad thing. Chick's over 350 pounds. And she's like, I just don't want to give up my sweets. And I'm like, if it kills you, lady, then sure, just don't give up your sweets. I understand everybody's got to have something. You know what I have? I have these little tiny ice creams. It's some of the only sugar I get anymore. These little tiny Bluebell cups. They're like the school cups from back in the day. And I'll have one of those every once in a while. That's my thing. That's what I enjoy. That's what I like to have. But I can't have one of those every night. I can't have one of those every day. I can't have one of those multiple times a day. I can have one of those every once in a while and be like, that was so good. I wish I could have more, but I can't. Throw the shit in the trash. Go about my business. You've got to work on things. Even if it's one thing at a time, you've got to work on things. Okay? No one is preventing anyone from working. Nobody. In fact, if anything, this community, this fellowship, whatever the hell you want to call it, encourages out of the box cool thinking. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Would I rather have a boss than do what I do? Not really. Some people, they love a boss. They want someone to tell them what to do. Tell me what to do, and I will go out and do it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being a worker ant. Okay? If that's what you want to do, if that's what fulfills your goals, if that's what brings you bliss, go be a worker ant. Okay? I cannot go to McDonald's and work for somebody. I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot go to Cracker Barrel and work for somebody. I'm sorry, I can't. I've had some great bosses, and I've had some absolute shit bosses. The great bosses, they're great. They're wonderful. They're awesome. The shit bosses suck absolute dog shit and should have never been bosses in the first place. So Delicious brand, 15 carbs for a frozen chocolate covered coconut milk bar. I will look. I know I get some Atkins stuff. So I've got Atkins peppermint patties. Those are good. I've got Atkins Reese's Pieces or Reese's peanut butter cups. Those are good. I have like one of each of those every day. Usually I have peppermint patty for lunch and I'll have the Reese's, just one. And they're just the small ones, but no sugar, 0 sugar. So you've got to get the 0 sugar. You got to be good. You got to take care of yourself because you have to continue. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to finish the job for you. You've got to do it yourself. So do it yourself. Okay, one thing I don't want to hear is, Loki, I've got to go because I've got to make it to the food bank before 4. Why the fuck are you doing the food bank if you're doing YouTube? Well, I'm trying to make every dollar stretch as much as possible. That's not making every dollar stretch. That is, I'm going to go and I'm going to wait in line and I'm going to get free food. Why are you getting free food if you're doing YouTube? And there's going to be some people that are pissed off at me for saying this because they don't want to fucking admit that they're on fucking food stamps, they're on housing, they're on whatever, and they have plenty of time to stay on the internet all day and do YouTube. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to get on free healthcare, free food benefits, free whatever, and sit around and do this. That's absolute bullshit. You're gaming the system. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. You're absolutely gaming the system. What's up, Grim? And you're just as bad as any of those illegals that are getting free shit too. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Taxes is theft. Okay, that's true. Taxes are theft. But if you are profiting off of other people having to pay taxes, that's worse. I'm sorry. The government takes your taxes to do what it does. Going to a food bank and getting housing so that you can chase your YouTube career is gay. And if that is what you were doing, screw off. I don't care if you like it or not. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you hate me for saying it. I don't give 2 shits what you think about me for telling you, hey, you know what, buddy? Maybe don't be on benefits and get food stamps and go to food banks if you are trying to do YouTube. Because you know what this is? This isn't like, this isn't free. It's not free. It costs you time. And time is precious. I almost completely left because you know what? My time is precious and I do not want to feel like I am wasting my fucking time with something. I don't. If something's not functioning the way it should be, I'm out. And getting drama calls about who said this about what, who did this, blah, 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 is not how I want to spend my time. So what did I do? I rededicated myself to working outside of this ecosystem while picking up the things that I still enjoyed and keeping them. If you were on benefits, if you were taking handouts, if you were accepting government housing, food stamps, whatever, if you were on benefits, get the fuck off of YouTube. But Loki, I've got free time. I'm sure you do while you were on benefits. If you are making money here, yeah, but Loki, how could they do that? There are ways. We all know there are ways because they do it. It's free money. Free money. Why not? Hey, I'll split this with you if you blah, 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 and cover me. But Loki, what do you care? What do you care what people do? What do you care? I don't. But don't come to me and feed me a sob story about how you have to go to the food bank, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, or you're in dire straits. Thank you, Kronos. You're the man. If you're in dire straits and you are doing content on YouTube.
Oh, gotta get that video up, Loki. Gotta get that video out. Gotta get my numbers up. Gotta get more subscribers.
I'm taking from someone else who deserved that service. Fucking shit. Know why? Because he has a conscience. He has a conscience that fucks with him.
Oh, Loki, I don't gotta worry about that.
Oh, that's more than evident. That you don't have to worry about a conscience. I'm not dealing with this shit, and I'm not dealing with people like that. If you wonder, well, what, Loki, why aren't you around this person or that person or blah, 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 or yada, yada, yada. I'm not dealing with people asking me for money when they don't have a job and they do YouTube all day. I'm just not doing it. I understand sometimes people get in trouble and need help. I get it. I get sometimes times are tough. If times are tough for you right now, I'm sorry, that sucks. But there are other ways you can bring in money. Things that are not, oh, I'm out there busting my ass 24/7, Loki, sweating my balls off, doing this, doing that. Snowdub does contracting shit. Snowdub paints houses. Snowdub has a job besides this one. It's supplemental. I don't understand how hard that is for some people.
Well, take away my focus from doing this.
Well, then you shouldn't be doing this. Because if you have to stay on the internet all day, every day, and that's where you're spending all your time, there is a problem. There is a big problem. And don't sit there and be like, Loki's just hating. Loki's just doing this. Loki's just doing that. No, I'm fucking spitting facts here. If you spend all day on the internet, there is a problem. Okay? I would tell you during my show, hey, listen up. Go get some fresh air. Go walk outside. Turn off this live stream. Who's going to tell you to do that? Who's going to tell you to stop? Go. Go play. Go frolic. Go have a field day. Go enjoy the day. Who's going to tell you to do that? Think the people that spend their entire lives on here and on Twitter and constantly, oh, I've got to break out 4 more videos today and 4 more for tomorrow and that spend their life on here because this is their life. They don't have anything else. This is it. This is everything. Well, I'm sick and tired of listening to this is it, this is everything. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to have any pity. Pity the fool that does this. There is no pity. There is no pity for any motherfucker that does it. I think Snowdub's just a little bit behind, but we'll read it anyway. Yes, been painting for 39 years. 30 years. Do you know what I have? I have a permanent farmer tan from working outside. You can tell. I take my shirt off, you'd be like, damn, that's white. And you see the arms, whoosh, it's permanent. Doesn't matter how much time I spend outside. It's like permanent farmer tan on the arms. Because when you work outside, that's just going to happen. After the first year, you're like, yeah, I'm permanently tan. Don't know what the hell's going to happen now. You've got to decide what you want to do and how you want to do it. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to plead. I'm not going to have my hand out. I'm going to be like, oh, poor me. Snowdub, please have pity on a poor Loki, and send people my way because pity me. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to talk to the people who I talk to. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to kick back, and there'll be times where I'm going to bitch too. But I'm not going to put it on anyone else's shoulders. Please help me. I'm a poor aspiring YouTuber. I'm sick and tired of that shit. I'm sick and tired of seeing it and hearing it. Go out and be great or fucking do something else. Go out and be excellent to each other or get out. I was out of a job for 7 months. I tried the YouTube thing and it wasn't for me. I never resorted to asking for a handout or abusing governmental services. And he wouldn't. Hell, he wouldn't take a friend helping him. He wouldn't take a friend going, hey, here you go. No, not going to do it. I feel like shit, Loki. Nope. Not going to do it. Never going to happen. What's up, brother? What's up, DJ? But there will be people that have their hands out that are going to the soup kitchens and the fucking food banks and all this other shit that are like, I'm going to be a YouTube star. Maybe get your other shit straightened out first before you go down that road. Maybe you have a plan of attack, but Loki, you remember when you said you were all in? That was like 6 years ago, but sure. Yeah. And I was all in. Let's do it. And do you know how much drama and bullshit I had to deal with because I did that? Do you know how much crap I had to listen to? Do you know how much whining and crying and fucking no. I saw behind the curtain. And I'm completely happy where I'm at now. Do you want to know why? Because I'm not in a network of fucktards that spend all day, every day on here. I'm not in a network of people that are trying to knife each other in the fucking back to get ahead of the other one. I'm not in a network of people that's all going to call up and run their mouths and talk shit about everybody behind their back constantly without fucking 1 moments of peace because they want to see whose dick's bigger. I heard this funny thing from someone the other day. I couldn't believe it. When I worked with this person, all the shenanigans and all the chaos and all the fighting and all the this and all the that. I said, welcome to fucking YouTube. You knew? I'm like, who fucking doesn't know? The ones that bring all the drama and all the chaos, it circles like clockwork. It's like there's a guy that loses his shit in August every year. He loses his shit in August. I don't know what it is about August. I don't know if he has a birthday. I don't know if he has fucking one of his parents were fucking douchebags to him or whatever. But in August, this motherfucker becomes Dr. fucking Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's like, oh, hey, everybody, I'm a nice person on the stream. And behind that, he's like, you fucked up. You got the stat wrong. You did this wrong. You did that wrong. And the women flip the fuck out, dude. Every fucking year. Oh my God, I can't believe he spoke to me that way. And I'm like, you'd know. If you were in the know, you'd know. And every year, some new chick goes over there and it's like, oh, there's a new chick on the show. What happened the last one? They ran screaming with their hair on fire to get the fuck out of there because they couldn't work with that motherfucker. Enjoy. And then you hear things like this one. This one, I love this one. Well, it's such a big channel. I couldn't, in good conscience, not take the opportunity given because you have so much, then you got what you deserved. Do not bitch, moan, cry. I'm going to put the mic up right here. That way I know that they are paying attention. If something looks like it's too good to be true, if you are working with someone that people have said, this motherfucker, they lose their shit and they explode and they act this way or that way, and you're like, well, it's too big of an opportunity not to take. Look at the audience. I'm going to get a huge amount of their audience if I go over there and flash my tits a little bit. You deserve every bit of drama and bullshit because you knew. You knew, and you were warned, and you knew. Well, I haven't been treated, I love this. I haven't been treated that way yet. yet. Now, there is a whole bunch of shit that goes on that you hear about that you're like, wow, you know, does this really happen? Is this person really like that? They've never been like that to me. They've never treated me that way. I've heard that more than anything. Well, they've never treated me that way. Yeah, no shit. Really. Please say they aren't pancake tits, Loki. Oh, no, I have no idea what pancake tits are. You're talking about tube sock titties? I don't know. But if this is where you're at, know the people you're working with. That's what this whole thing is about. It's know the people you are working with. Because there are no rules. You can throw that shit out the window. There are no rules here. You decide how far you want to go with something. You decide where you want to take something. You decide what you're going to do. You decide what you're going to say on a fucking microphone. You decide what you're going to say to someone in a back room after the stream's over. A lot of people will tell you, Loki's like, deuces, I'm out. Occasionally, I'll stick around and be like, hey, thanks, blah, 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 if it was my stream. A lot of the times, first thing out of my mouth is, thank you. Gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much for being on the show. I tell Dave, Bob, and Arwen that every single week. Thank you guys so very much for being a part of this. You guys rock. I really do appreciate it. Because I do. And that's usually it. Usually I'm like, peace, and I'm out. Because I'm not going to stick around in a room for an hour and talk shit, because that's what it usually devolves into. It is, oh, did you hear about this happen here? Did you hear about that? And I'm not talking about Arwen Day, Bob. I'm talking about in general. Usually it devolves into someone's going to talk shit about somebody, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm out. I don't need that. That's not my life. An assassin? You need an assassin? So you decide what you want to do with your time. You decide where you want it to go. Tube sock titties! That's right. And tube sock titties. Ugh, you don't want those tube sock titties. No. The droopy, dangly, no. No, thank you. Do you do voodoo? Actually, I do voodoo. Thank you, Chronos. I want to be a ninja. Okay, be a ninja. I want to be a ninja. Ninja. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You decide how you want to be and what you want to do and how you want to treat people. It's that simple. If you treat people like shit, if you have, there's a dude that absolutely has problems with chicks. It's like, why do you even invite chicks or have a chick show if you have problems with chicks? Because eventually it's all going to go tits up. See what I did there? And it's going to be egg on your face. Don't even do that. Well, Loki, chicks bring the this. Okay. All right. Whatever. Loki, why do you work with Arwen? Because Arwen is one of the coolest, chillest, oh my God, chicks you'll ever meet. And there is no drama. There is no bullshit. There is no behind the scenes shenanigans, swag, da-da-da. It's just Arwen in the back room before and after show is insanity. Yes, I will admit that. But I've got other things I need to do. I've got other things I need to take care of. I do not have all day to hang out and bullshit and talk shit and waste my time like that. I've got to do shit. I've got things to do. My time is my priority because guess what? It's limited, folks. If you want to spend your time getting benefits and living off of food stamps and food banks and all that shit, that's how you want to spend your time waiting in line for something, by all means, go ahead. If that's more important to you, well, that's better than work, Loki. No, it's not. Working, you're actually accomplishing something. You're hitting a goal. You're doing what you need to do. Benefits is like, well, I'm missing a leg, or I can't go out and do shit, or I'm so sick. That's for sick people and fucked up people. It is not for, well, I want to be a YouTube hero. I want to be a YouTube hero, so I've got on benefits. I let the government pay my rent. I let the government pay my bills. I let the government do this and that. You know what? It's not about accumulating things. It's really not. It's about taking care of your shit. So go out and take care of your shit. You're talking from someone who tried every way in the world to circumvent the right way to do things. I'd do it my way. I'd do it. And I fucked up. I really did. For a long time, I did illegal things. I'll just put it that way. I did illegal things. I did not follow the law in the way I did things. And I'm surprised I came out unscathed. I didn't come out completely unscathed because I fucked up my life. But I didn't go to prison. How about that? I didn't go to prison when I most definitely should have. So I tend to look at things a little differently. The first time I walked into a prison, when I went to work at a prison, my eyes were opened and they were clear. This is where you were going. This is where you would have ended up. This is what would have happened to you if you had not gone, you know what, I need to straighten my shit out and figure out my life. I wish I could give that to some people, but I can't. All I can do is tell you that the second I got in there and I saw all that shit and I was looking at all that, I was like, this is not where I wanted to end up. Definitely not. This is not where I wanted to go. This is not cool kids hanging out. This is dumbasses that want to live like this. That will straight up tell you it's better than being out in the world. You get free rent, free electric, 3 square meals a day. I wonder who that sounds like. I wonder who that sounds like. That sounds like people that just have their hands out that want, gimme it. Gimme. Maybe Star Trek got it right with the gimme shit. As long as it's gimme, what's the point of working if you're just going to give shit to people? What's the point of taking care of things? I want the government to take care of me. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Guys, that's it. That's the end of the show. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me this morning. Thank you for your comments. Thank you to the wrenches. Big thank you. You guys are absolutely crazy. Love you guys. Snowed up. Take care. Mark. Always be Mark. Never change. Seriously, don't listen to any of the Karens or the weirdos out there that are going to be like, you need to be like this or you need to be like that. You just be you, brother. Fuck them. Tell them to suck it cold. And long live the fighters, because that's where we're at. God in my mess. God in my mess. As we're in Jelly Rolls, God in my mess. No, but I know who Jelly Roll is. So I will listen to that. So, big guy. Changed his life. Gotta respect that. Even if I'm not like, oh my God, his music's the best. Absolutely 100% respect that. All right, we're getting out of here. Like I said, take care, be excellent to each other, always speak for an enter, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, guys, and happy hump day.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.